Penta, still with a bit of respect. Coming in and farming up these wards. I think one or two of them have been denied. So heads up played there, but again, ultimately it was a waste. Ult on cooldown, no commitment.
Radiant are scanning. Gotcha.
9 continuing to camp down here.
Double damage.
All this also means that Arise is getting a lot of extra time in mid to catch up. To 3.5k net worth, still far away from 9, who's been part of a lot of these kills obviously, but you're looking for your blink deck and now after the Veil, and Oliver just use the spin here. Does have the Omni Slash to work with as well, but lifted up into the silence. Looking to be nuked down, follow control from Neuer. Does get the Omni Slash off, and with the DD, it'll finish up Arise. Oliver even still alive, gets the healing ward off. The Ogre Magi next on the list, big commitment from Penta. Keeping their carry safe and sound indeed. Going to round one more to Ixen. A lot of trouble. Can we slow down in a second here perhaps? Unstable currents. Oh. Let's get a lift up just in time, so DNZ will have to take it over with the stun. Not enough damage to claim the kill for himself. 9 just turns around. They'll get this tower with the help of the catapult on top of that as well. Solid turnaround. Still sticking around behind enemy alliance with kind of low health and mana. Pretty much all of these heroes, but they have mana boots, so they'll be just fine. Now, all that was happening, Boogie was working away at the tier 1 bottom. Got himself that extra catapult from the other side. So it makes it extremely easy. Continue to build this momentum, and now with the Ravage available from Hesajo, he also has the Pot of Defiance, keep himself alive a little bit better. Will probably turn this into a pipe eventually, but there's not a crazy amount of magic damage coming out from Penta. It's only really, I guess, the spin as well as the magnetize that you're worried about. I'd rather start building some more mobility. And he has the 4 stuff queued up to do just that. Have a commitment here in mid. Not sure if I want to fight into this if you're Penta, especially after just Boogie like that. Thought he could just slow them down, let the creep up across, but I just get the nuke down. All this magic damage that I was talking about. Not from the puck. But amplified by Veil at this point too. 1,000 gold away from the Blink Dagger, so they're gonna have a harder time engaging with this. Understand that wraparound Ixen. Going up to 9 here, the Ravage. Not coming out just yet until, well, there it is. No more lockdown available. DNZ coming from the outside. He's actually stuck in the walls. He has to eat his way through. The rest of his team. The stolen healing ward, I believe, here from Ixen. So, keeping his team alive. Penta unable to really get anything else done with that. Another ward's down to no real success. In a position to continue to defend the tier 1 tower. On the side, the level 1 Omni Slash. Almost level 12, so kinda wants to hold on to it if he can. The spin into the cooldown. Boogie able to walk out of it. 9 rejoining the party though, and Focus as well. He will tank most of that up. And Ixen, cold spin, not enough to keep him safe there with all of this. Right click, another roll. They want more, and they'll find Neuer. Will he survive? Hesajo. The man even tracking him down. That's not a shackle, but with the slow, with the slow Hesajo unable to get it on range. There's a map on the high ground though. Did they find him? They do indeed. The hacks into the shackles eventually. Okay, yeah, he was still waiting, trying to wait for that purge off, but ended up doing just enough damage. Hesajo will still be killed here, maybe if DNZ wants to commit more, but might have to help admit the call was used. Didn't actually catch anybody. Very active game here, especially compared to the Singularity Evil Corporation series. Had a lot of phases where both teams there were just farming up, and not so much here. Penta are looking for objectives quickly from almost from minute 1. Getting these kills to work with. They still building into the next line of items. Sanjin actually completed now. Juggernauts has that same thing queued up after the battle fury. Oliver able to farm pretty damn quickly now. Oh man, he's also getting some extra space up top now. Still far away from his own blink tag, it's like one of the side effects. Be a bit careful about not even dying to delay it even further, because that's a pretty good spell to have. And it's an initiation against something like Titan, especially like heroes like Puck, Gyrocopter. Get them fucking up the spells off, but now Penta a little bit outnumbered in the bottom lane. The Rocket will follow Boogie. They refocus on Oliver. And they're gonna get him. Ravage even committed, okay. Not sure that was necessary, didn't even have the Omni Slash and Spin was on cooldown. Maybe they weren't exactly sure about who else was coming there from Penta. It turned out nobody was. Then they can just do now what they've done before, after. Oh god.
Come on,
Yeah, after Tito had such a team fight or such a pick off, knowing, hey, Ravage is on cooldown, let's go. 9, come here, Oliver, you respawn, alright. Just push down a tier 2 tower, just smoke up, try and find some pickers. And trying to keep the tempo high, and the momentum that they have on a hero like Razor, which can do a whole lot with it. Even a Juggernaut to some extent. Not the worst strategy, really. To keep them honest, but you know, they still have these options to play against it, especially with the Rubik level 7. So the healing mode have a big impact here the last time he had it. And especially Gyrocopter, he's one of these heroes that actually loves these kind of games where you can just, as long as you can stay alive, obviously. Stand around in these team fights, walk by, rocket barrage a couple of times. Call down a area denial, but oh, this is good here. Starman found himself in Invis room. Looking for Hasajo, Penta. Gonna drag some damage to Purge. Still gonna be annoying to deal with on the Dragon Shell with 3 heroes around him. No ways of walking out of that one. And hey, guess what? Doggie still maintaining that extra siege creep. That'll add to the pushing power that they have. Right now, Tito, they're not in position to trade for it. Not quite anyway. They get their own creep up top. Another siege creep of their own, so it's going to be very, very slow indeed. Even if Oliver trying to react to it. He's in their general area. To wait for the rest of the team who wants to commit and show some sort of map, but there. Right inside actually has a couple of wards there too. But they kill him. I mean, max level silence. Need more bursts, and Ogre Magi hasn't really skilled into that with the max bloodlust. So here, hooked up, the courier will fall, and the hacks onto Gyrocopter too. Gonna get crazy good value out of this movement. And here expected Penta to just say, they took the tower, we don't see them anymore, so they'll probably just TP back and setting up on top. But no, they didn't. Smoked out, went this way, and intercepted Gyrocopter on the way out. And it was just the icing on the cage at this point. Ready to roach, even committing Serpent Wards for it. Not wasting too much time. Death time is still very low at this early on in the game. Ravage available as well as the Gyrocopter coming back soon. They really needed to have that Aegis in the hands quickly. Why it's worth here committing the Serpent Ward. Now you have a 10k net with Juggernaut with Aegis. Barreling down mid lane, back up with a Viper who's a similar cancer net worth. All you have is a 7k Gyrocopter with a Massive Menace, Face Boots as well as Drums of Endurance. Not their worst items. Good value. But at a point where his magic damage starting to fall off slowly but surely. Especially with an Aegis, like if you're forced to pop a whole lot of that magic burst from this Juggernaut's Source Life, then you're in a bad position indeed. We'll see though if Penta can even connect with that for now. They didn't continue to push in mid, instead they just tried to make sure that these lanes are pushed out. You're out on the bottom lane, maybe you just want to threaten Rax. Still have the tier 2 up top to delay T-do a little bit further. Again, not the best pushing lineup that they have there. Doggie just keeps maintaining this siege creep. It's just one of these cool things that you can do as an Enchantress, and also one of the reasons why I think that Helm of the Dominator should be picked up more often on supports. Make use to That extra pushing power. Look at this tower. Penta wailing away at it. Only down to half health. Gonna have to be a fight here. Rise will blink silence. Okay, Ixon comes in. Slows the spin. Impetus and on the slash. Bring him down. Slash transferring over and with the hex. Controlling up the Gyrocopter further. He's just gonna fall immediately too. Rise stands up by DNZ. Him and Boogie just keeping the rest of Tito away. Rise still finds the full combo, but where's the follow-up? Joe, he was pushing down top. The Ravage was not part of that fight just yet. And then it's forced of him. Lands on everybody except Oliver. Gets a spin off in time. A call down coming through. 9 actually stopping super low. It's trying to be healing himself up with the sprites here, and it seems to be successful for the time being. And Rise will not be able to make it out there either. But all of that was happening here. Ah, man. His wards were taking care of the racks. Back off cooldown. Can we continue here? Looking for more kills. There it is. Follow control onto Gyrocopter. Can't get anything else off. That's a dieback, isn't it? Yep. Sure is. Got Park now too. They like doesn't really make sense for them to stick around because they can't even get a second set of racks straight off the bat because the tier 2s are still standing in the other lanes. So this is just purely for posterity, essentially, and for making a statement. You know, it's like, hey, we're ahead. We're just gonna make sure that you know that by killing your Gyrocopter over and over. And it does serve a purpose, right? Gyrocopter 6.7k. Last time we talked about net worth here was at the same spot. And this is not exactly ideal, considering that Juggernaut now is at 13k. So, pretty much doubling up the net worth of the one position of the other team. Detection out already, doesn't look like it, unfortunate. More fortunate for Ogre Magi that he gets away without play, without being punished. Well, still have Aegis on Oliver for another minute or so, so they'll make sure that Tio cannot really multicast on 9, but there's a Hex for Armin. Coming in from the other side, Puck dies, and that's dieback too. 65 seconds on the sideline for a Rise. They're still being pushed in. And not sure about this one. There's still a big old creep wave there, so I'm not really too worried about the Omni Slash. Oliver starting to run down now. Chasing him away from this tier 2. This is all they're looking for. Meanwhile, alright, Armin has other plans, so Shackles inside the walls on the Gyrocopter just wants a solo kill. Not quite get it. Oliver has to come in with the Omni Slash to follow. Does transfer over and has it, Joe. But that means that he goes down instead. And well, not enough to even keep focus alive. Last bounce. Still gonna be enough. 9 runs on another, and GG is called. Well, this escalated quickly. Penta get that power spike and, well, run him down. Won a couple of team fights, outplayed them. Tito are down 1-0, only one game away from being eliminated here. Galaxy Battles qualifiers. Yeah, this comes down to top lane as well as middle lane being won quite handily here. Oliver just needed a little bit of starting help with RMN, and then Rise couldn't really get back into it. Even once he got here, the Blink and the Veil, really enough to get these quick kills onto Penta's balls. They always trade it, they always just give them a run for the money. Well, the winner are them for game number 1. Stick around to see what happens here the rest of the series.